How we good? Go ahead.
All right, Shalom. Shalom. Lake Charles GMS Lake Charles. Come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, wake up our people, man, the elect of our nation. But before we do that, we're going to turn around and face east. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessing to the Akim that's pushing the truth out the four winds. All right, man, we out here another week, man, to prophesy, man, to lift up that standard, man, that the Lord has set us out here to do, man. Okay? One of you brothers give me that Acts 14 and 37. Why is it Acts when he says he's going to be a lighter to the Gentiles? That's 14 and 37. Okay? That's what we come out here to do, man, to be a light, man. Go ahead. You got it? 37? It's like, or is it? No, it's not going to be. It's going to be 14. So it's going to be either 1 Corinthians 14 or Romans 14. Yo, he told us to be a light unto the Gentiles, man. You got it? What is it? 13 and 47. It's a lot. It's 13. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 47. But so hath the Lord commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles.
All right, the Lord commanded us to be a light unto the Gentiles, man. All right? Hey, when you want to give me Isaiah 8 and 20. You know what I'm saying? The Lord commanded us to be a light unto the Gentiles, man. And what's being that light, man? Come out here to speak truth, man. All right? Truth to do what, man? All right? Because there's lies up in the planet Earth, man. What the scriptures say, go to the bloody city. And it says, because robbery is full of lies. All right? Okay?
They got one in Hosea. It's one in Hosea that tell you that the Lord had a controversy against the inhabitants of the land because there's no truth in the land.
Right. There's no truth in this joint, man. Why? Because everything in this place is based off a lie, man. Go ahead. Continue on.
It says that thou shouldest be for salvation unto the ends of the earth.
All right, man. We be a light, man. All right? Be that beacon of light, man, in this place full of gross darkness, man. And what's that light synonymous with? Bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them.
All right. And that word light is synonymous with the word truth, man. All right? And what's speaking truth, man? The truth is what, man? To come out here and proclaim the Lord's name, man. Hey, let me get Matthew 28 and 18 real quick, brother. The Lord's name, man. You can't come around us, man. You can't come around these learned men, bro, talking about the Lord got many names, man. No, he don't, man. All right? You going off your rocker, man. You need to slow down on the McNuggets, okay? Because that shit ain't healthy for you, man. All right? The Lord do not have many names. He got one name, all right? And his name is Yahweh. And his son name is Yahweh Shai, man. All right?
And that also shows how the brother pulled that be a light, how you pulled that be a light into the Gentiles. Because if you're a Gentile, you're not in the Israelite mindset.
Right.
You don't have your righteous mindset, man. All right? So while people steady calling on Yeshua and Jesus.
What did he say, Yeshua?
He said, what he said, Yeshua? Yeah, you calling on Yeshua, Jesus Christ, and all of these, Allah, calling on them. Hey, man, you're Hellenized, man. All right, you're following the ways of the heathens, man. That's where you get these names from, man. You see, Jake still trusted in the slave plantation doctrine, believing that the Lord is only gonna come down and deal with them and speak through them, man. But that's not the case, man.
If somebody talking to you and they call you out your name, say your name John, and they say, "Hey Rick," you're not gonna respond to that shit.
You're not gonna look, man. If somebody can
not
get
your
that.
goddamn name.
That's matter of fact, that's in Proverbs. Let's say that you can get it out.
You got to piece of Acts 4:12. This is Acts 4:12. This is going into how people tend to say that the Lord has many names, man. This is Acts 4:12. It says, "Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved." So you got to say it's no other name, that you can call on, that you can receive salvation through, other than Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So any other false idols, that you made to call upon, it's no hope, man.
Abbreviations.
Yeah, abbreviations.
All that shit, man.
It's like, Jeremiah 2 and 28. Yeah. It says, saying to start, man. It basically goes into how the Lord He says, go call upon those other gods and have them save you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Because what, man? Hey, look, it says no other name, man. Whenever Beyonce goes to China to do a concert, all right, or Jay-Z go to these different countries do a concert, they speak their language. They introduce them in their language, but when they get to their name, they say Beyonce. Their name doesn't change. But how the hell you gonna say our Savior name changes, man? All right, or how can you say that there's vowel points in the Lost Shawan Quadash, man? It ain't no vowel points, man. Pull out that scripture for me, brother.
The book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 18. It says, and Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations.
All right, go ye therefore and teach all nations, man. All right, and we know that when he say teach all nations, he talking about the Israelite foreigners, man. All right, he talking about these Israelites that don't know that they're Israelites, okay? He's not talking about all nations. We're not here to teach you Edomites. We'll tell you your judgment, but we're not here to teach you motherfuckers, because you ain't going to take heed anyway. Come on.
That's like if I can add, that all goes back into what? The Gentile mindset, man. Because what? Apostle Paul was a prophet to who? To the Gentiles. And he was sent to the Gentiles because what? We were scattered amongst the other nations. So the mission is to go out, prophesy amongst these other nations, to gather those that were scattered among them, man, and bring them back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Basically, to be the marriage.
Yeah.
It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father.
Whoa. In the name. Come on.
They say names.
It's right. Right.
And of the Son.
In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, man. So when we gonna tell you the name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and we're gonna tell you the name of the Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Because when you go to Exodus, he said that my son, my name is in him. Okay? You got Yahweh, you got Yahweh Shai. Now you know, they take the name in a tetragrammaton. Is like how they do this, it's 4 letters, all right? The tetragrammaton, all right? But when he say that my name is in him, it's straight up telling you, hey, that's Yahweh Shai, which means that he saves or he delivers, and Yahweh is that he exists or he is to be. Bring it out, brother.
It says, and of the Holy Spirit.
And of the Holy Spirit, man. Okay? Yeah, bring it out, brother. Because, hey, look, man, in this cut,
Isaiah 9:6.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born.
And who is that child? He's talking about Yahweh Shai. See this right here. That's why the Lord got all you niggas number, man. All right, he got your number. Why? Because hey, he knew who wasn't gonna believe, from the beginning, man. Okay, bring it out, brother.
It says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given.
And that son was given. For he for when he say for the Lord, for the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Bring it out.
And that's when you read 1 John 3. 1 John 3 tell you that the Lord basically loved us, and now we called the sons of the Most High because what Yahweh Shai had came and basically delivered himself up for us. It says, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders.
The government shall be upon his shoulders, man. All right? And what's that government, man? Israel, man.
Yep. Because when you go into cosmos, it means a govern or section of people, man.
That's right.
It says, Salaki, it says, shall be upon his shoulders. That means he's carrying the weight. It says,
when he carried that weight, what's that weight, man? That's the weight of what, man? He died to bring the nation back. To bring the nation back, man. He carried the weight of a sinful nation, man.
Mm-hmm.
People laden with iniquity.
Yep.
All right. That was a heavy burden to Yahweh Shai because he asked Yahweh, hey, if it could this cup pass?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it out, brother.
It says, in his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And that's the only titles that the Lord ever gave himself, man.
All right. You see? And that's titles right there,
yeah.
Man. All right? That's titles. That's not his name, man. His name is Yahweh. The Father is Yahweh, and the Son It's Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
Okay? And when you get that through your thick skull, bro, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, then the Lord, hey, then you may receive, you know what I'm saying, the blessing of this knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Because this knowledge is a blessing, bro.
And going back to what you're saying about Salaki, going back to what you were saying about it being a title, God is a title. God means power. Now the Lord told us, ye are gods. Is God my name, or is not see my name? You know? You see, so you can't refer to somebody when they say Allah. Allah means power. That's not a name, man.
That's right. I got the definition of that word, title. It says a name that describes someone's person, Salaki, position or job.
Describe your position.
Yeah.
All right. And keep that. Read the titles again, huh?
We said read nine. What?
Just start at the titles. You
talking about like the bold letters?
Yeah.
It say a divine child, Israel's only hope.
No. Whenever when they start listening.
Salakia. It say wonderful.
Is not our great King wonderful?
That's a description.
That's a description. Go ahead.
It says a counselor.
Is not he a counselor? Do not he instruct us through the Spirit?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says the mighty power.
The mighty power, because what? All power was given to him through the Father in
Yep.
heaven and earth. Bring it out.
The everlasting Father.
The everlasting Father. Come on.
Because that also goes back to there was no beginning of the Most High, man. He had always been, and he always, ancient of days, and he will always be. His kingdom is what? Everlasting, man.
That's right.
It says, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace, man. All right, so that just goes to what the brother brought out, man. Hey, titles. Hey, read that over, brother.
It's another one after that too. The first one, it says a name that describes someone's position or job.
Position. It describes your position, man. To say that if someone is called a supervisor, he holds a power. Now to say somebody is God, which means power, that means he's the top of the charts, man. What's the chart? This is the Most High, Yahweh Shai, man, woman, and child, man.
And if I could add, you have a company, right?
Yeah.
You have a company. Well, he's the CEO. The CEO has a name.
Yeah.
The CEO has a name. And the CEO of this whole program is Yahweh.
Now look up what CEO means.
I have one more title. It says a right or claim to the ownership of property or to a rank or throne.
Throne. And who's on the throne, man? You got Yahweh and he got his son sitting right next to him on the right-hand side. It's Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So, bro, hey. And this whole little deal about this whole... All right, bring it up, bro.
Now, you about to make a point out?
Well, I mean, it's on a different topic. Go ahead, bro.
CEO, it says a chief executive officer.
So that's... Go ahead.
It says the highest ranking person in a company or other institution, ultimately.
Of what? An institution. He's over what? A body of something. He's over the house of an institution is a house.
And look at the end of it. Dr. Kurt Chalker says ultimately responsible for making managerial decisions.
And that's self-explanatory. Who controls all things? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Who rules all things? Everything, nothing goes by what the Lord said. I rule is the kingdom of men, man. You see?
It says the highest ranking person in a company or other institution.
And Salaki, and that's a home run hitter right there. Because going into what the brother Precept was going into these titles, he's a high ranking person. He's the highest rank. The Lord even told you, I'm the only one. There is no power with me, man. Salaki, you got it though.
It says, I'm gonna start it over. The highest ranking person in a company or other institution, ultimately responsible for making managerial decisions.
Managerial decisions, man. Just to add in what the brother's saying. Because what this house has to be managed a certain type of way.
Yep.
By what certain type of decisions, man. What ultimately establishing that they're righteousness, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai ultimately is coming to do.
What you looking for? The judge?
Sirach
10.
It tells you that with Matthew 2 and 6, man. Out of Judah, a governor, man.
Yep.
You go into the word govern, government. All right, when you break those two words up, govern means to basically have total control.
Yeah.
You go to the word big, it goes back to the word dictate, which means to control the mind.
Yep.
All right?
Mind control.
Now, when you read what that is, Proverbs 16, when they say the heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord, man. So not only do the Lord control Israel and he's the power over Israel, but the heathens also, man.
Right, because they have a in particular mindset. Man.
Yep.
You know, what's going to be their mindset? Totally set upon serving the elect. All right, which ultimately, when the whole nation is restored into the kingdom, their mindset is going to be set on serving us, man.
Yep.
You know, and if I can add, brother, the Lord gonna put them in their right mind state. That's gonna be a beautiful thing, because that's what goes into that Jeremiah 31:27, I believe, when he says, hey, he shall bring what do you brothers get? What do you just get?
And that's a beautiful point, going into actually putting the heathens back in their natural mindset, because the Lord also said, I believe it's in the book of Psalms, don't quote me on it, but he said to Esau, my wash pot, and to Moab, well, I cast my shoe, man. Just paraphrasing the scriptures, man. So that's basically showing you what their natural estate, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 27. All right, it says, behold, the days come, said the Most High Yahweh, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast.
All right, so he gonna restore the house of Judah and the house of Israel together. That's gonna bring us all back together. And he said, with the seed of man. Now we know who the seed of man is. The seed of man is who? These devils. Now, if you're not learned in the scriptures, you would think that, hey, so the Lord gonna put us with these heathens? No, man. When he's one of you brothers give me Isaiah 49:22. This is what that means. When he say he gonna sow us with the seed of man. Because we know that the seed of man is these devils. But the Lord not, come on, man. That's why you gotta know the scripture, man. The Lord not talking about having them yoke and joint heirs with us, man. This is what he's talking about. And one of you brothers give me Genesis 1:26.
Book of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 22. It says, thus said the Lord power, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people.
All right, you lift up your hand to the Gentiles and set a standard to the people. Come on.
It says, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders.
Come on.
Verse 20.
And see it right there. See, the Lord saying, like, hey, these devils gonna be bringing their sons and their daughters. Why? For servitude. Come on. It is gonna get more thorough right here.
Verse 23, it says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Come on.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet.
All right. So that's how the Lord gonna yoke Israel and Judah together with the seed of men. Meaning they gonna be in servitude. They gonna be in slavery, man. And now when they say they gonna yoke with read the latter end of the brother.
Verse 28. It says, in the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast.
And how with the seed of beast? Because once upon a time we was yoked with the animals, man. All right. So if we go into Sephora right now and see a lion in his jungle, he gonna tell us the point. And if we jump up in the sea and then you see a shark, the shark gonna tell us the point.
Yeah.
Anaconda in what is, wherever that. Yeah, man. He gonna knock you off, man.
Yep. And you.
If I can add, because ultimately it was a changing of the states, man. So that's why everything has been totally messed up, man, and ultimately put upside down.
Yep.
So we go to verse 28. It's actually going stronger.
Let me make that point about the beast. Right. Yeah, bring it out. Because we once had dominion over the beast.
So, like, before you read that also shows that once upon a time it was like that, and now that the reversing, how it's going to also begin and start on this side here, man. Before we even make it on the other side, because the Lord told us you're going to be in league with the animals in the beasts of the earth, man.
2/3, man, to tell you that what they're gonna run away.
Yeah, they're gonna run away. Yeah.
And then when the serpent gonna end up getting
Kind. So you look at Jacob's trouble, and when brothers are going to be fed, you think the Lord is going to hand brothers over to these certain animals and to these anacondas, big ass snakes, and these everything that they have? They got creatures that they're making on the fucking island. They splice running around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
A good example of that, bro, is you read the Bell of the Dragon.
Yeah.
With what Daniel and Lot said. That was an example for us, man, because we go to what Romans 15:4 and tell them for the things we're in the foretold for what our learning.
Yep.
So when we get put in those situations, we're gonna have those scriptures and those stories to look back on to keep us comforted, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord had with offering and have those lines as pillows, man.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, yeah. It's just to bring out the point for edification about how
Yeah,
we
Con,
had
you got it.
dominion over the beast. Bring it out, bro.
This is Genesis 1:16 says in the
26.
so like I said, yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah. This Genesis 1:26, it says, and the Most High said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
So we had dominion over the beast, and that's when in Jeremiah he said, "Hey, look, and he gonna bring the beast back to us, man. We gonna be in league with the beast, man. We gonna have dominion over the beast again, man. And that's some beautiful times coming, man. Bro, you can tell that this beast is going down, man. All right.
And not only the beast, you got to think about spiritual power. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's not.
Trash.
Want to put on low power?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Salaki. What I about to say? I was making that point. Also going back to what spiritual powers, man. You know, because that's going to ultimately start on this side, man.
That's right. That's right, brother. And to be to be in league with the beast, man, on this side, that's spiritual power, man. All right? To command a damn lion, like, you know what I mean? With your thoughts, like, you know what I'm saying? And he, you know, that's spiritual power, man.
When we have spiritual power knowledge, for example, you know, you're gonna have to have a whole lot of faith, man.
Right.
That's gonna be that's ultimately their power source, man. Their faith.
Yeah.
Gonna allow you to do such things like that.
Because you got to think about it, bro. If you're not building yourself up now, you can't just assume and think that in that time it's just gonna jump on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be building yourself up, man.
That's like I forgot what the scripture say, but it basically goes into how he's put in a situation, his strength is small or something.
Hold on, what you said? He that is faint in his time of adversity, his strength is small.
You know, so he's not going into that preparation mode to build himself up to where when he comes into those tough times, to where he can prevail out of them, man.
Jude 1:20. Jude 1:20. Most holy faith, yeah.
This is going back to how we had the dominion. This is Rock 17. I'm gonna start at 1. It said the Most High created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days in a short time and power also over the things therein.
Yep.
It says he endued them with the strength by themselves and made them according to his image. This is the point right here. It says, and put the fear of man upon all flesh and gave them dominion over beasts and fowls, man.
Yep.
You know, just going back into that point that the brother made Genesis 1:26, man. And we had dominion over all the animals, man. But now everything is so out of fucking whack.
Yeah, Jake scared of animals now.
Hey, bro. But hey. But we had dominion over the animals through the spirit and power of Yahweh. All right, through the name of the Lord, man. You know, not Yeshua. You got it, brother. Go ahead.
Salaki, I'm not cut you off. Matter of fact, we're seeing it now. Just look, it was a video of some brothers was at camp and a fucking dog ran up to him and
Bro, say Shalom.
the dog ran up to him and they
The
stopped.
brother from BR. Kabar, Shalom. I think that's the brother Keith. I think.
But yeah,
Kabar.
Yeah, you was making a point.
I mean, I pretty much hit on it about when the brothers was at camp and they had a fucking dog break off the leash and he ran up to the brothers and you know, dog basically just like shooting back. You know?
Yeah, you heard. It sounded like an angel. That was brothers in LA. Yeah, it sounded like I was watching that video. It sounded like the fucking like an angel slapped that motherfucker, man. Yeah. Motherfucker was sliding across the concrete. He was charging at the brothers, man.
So just looking at things like that now, just imagine how much more in Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep.
You know, the things are gonna be on a way higher scale.
Because ultimately, what the Lord gonna take His spirit and put those demons on go.
Yeah.
You know, so if the Lord not on your side, man, hey, you gonna be in for a rude awakening.
And just backing up what you said just a while ago.
This is Jude chapter 1 and verse.
Oh yeah, that's the brother in New Orleans. Salakia.
Shalom.
Shalom, ma.
Jude 1 and
1:20.
Okay. Yeah, this is Jude chapter 1 and verse 20. It says, "But ye, beloved, building up yourselves on your most holy faith."
All right. it's a building. This is the time to build, man. This is the time to be building upon your most holy faith, man. Why? Because, man, when them times come, it's gonna be your faith that's gonna get you through shit, man. It's gonna be your faith because, hey, bro, if you in doubt, you know what I mean. When that time come, bro, and you know you ain't like LeBron, man. LeBron don't just get to the game and be like, "What's that? Come on, pass the ball or whatever." No, man. He didn't did practice. He didn't did 2 days. He didn't did this. And he didn't did that, man.
That's like the guys that focus on hard work instead of talent. You know, talent only get you so far in the game. And that's the same thing here, man, because the scriptures tell you that this truth, this word is our sport, man. All right? So with something being your sport, you take that shit serious. If you want to, like what Apostle Paul said, magnify my office, you're perfecting your craft, man. You see?
All right, just going into that word building. Just how the brother said, you have to work on your craft.
Yeah.
You know, building, it says the process of constructing, shaping, developing, or forming a particular thing. So you molding that motherfucker like that.
Yeah.
Process. So
And who you think doing it?
Overnight, kind of.
Who you the process? You constantly going through shit.
Yeah.
In anything, a video game, when you first come on Grand Theft Auto in this process, and what it say?
Oh, God.
You know it, and it gotta get to 100%.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately like we did the lesson a while back, man.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shimei outside wants you to tap into it, that 100% capacity. You know,
Yeah.
a faith to where you can be able to tap into that spiritual power, man.
That's why he say to whomever overcome, man.
That's right.
Your faith got to be. Matter of fact, somebody can get that in 2 Corinthians, where it say first it must be a willing mind. It gotta be a willing mind first, man.
I got some more on this, my brother, man. This is Jude 1 and 20. It says, "But ye,
It's 8 and 12.
beloved, building up yourselves upon your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit. Keep yourselves in the love of Yahweh Shai, looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach unto eternal life." See? Because that's why the scripture tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, it's like in the 4th chapter, that what our hope is full of immortality, man. You know, totally tapping into Yahweh Shai. And that's what these heathens hate, man. These heathens hate it when we divert away from our power centers, man. You know, but we can no longer do that anymore. That's what these heathens hate.
Nah, it's good. Yeah.
I got to put you back on what you said, brother. This is because you said this what we do. This is a sport to us, bro.
Yeah.
All right. When you in sport, you got one side, you got the other side. This is the side with the truth, and the other side is the side of darkness without the truth, man.
Shit, and you got your wood riders, man. Yeah. Motherfuckers that's riding that pine, getting motherfucking splinters in their ass.
But still at the same time, they wood riders, but they also on that side of darkness too.
Mhm,
They're
yeah.
not doing the same
You're not doing
thing.
nothing. And that's like when we was on the phone. When he gonna say some what he said, he don't really be
Yeah, he don't really go. He don't do shit like the camp, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a crowd. I don't have to go out.
Nah, he said he don't need a crowd.
He don't need a crowd. And it's not that we do this for the crowd, man. This is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Yahweh Shai ain't want no crowd, man. When he was doing those glorious miracles, what he say? Hey, don't tell nobody that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, keep it on the other.
Jake make it seem like the Lord is just gonna come down and deal with you individually, like you don't have to learn from somewhere.
Yeah. But check it out though. Just go back into that point. This Jude 1 and 3 say, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints." Now, contend means to what, man? Hey, man, you edification, man. You know what I mean? When you breaking down strongholds, man. All right. When somebody come with that crap about the Lord love everybody, we contend. All right. All right. When somebody come with that crap about, you know, that the Lord gonna come back and it's gonna be a rapture, or that Jesus Christ is the so-called white man, we contend. You know. Y'all brothers got it.
Oh, you got it, so.
I had it was back in what you had said. Basically, like you have to learn from somebody.
Yeah.
This description. This Acts contestant.
That's what that's to go meet the eunuch in the chair. Hey, Salaki, let me read that real quick, and then you read that.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 12. Where there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to.
And it said, if there be first, before anything, first you gotta have a willing mind. So even you gotta think about it. If your mind is not prepared to do something, We out here in this fucking cold as hell. We not used to this type of, you know what I'm saying, cold and wind and shit. We in Louisiana. So if your mind is not prepared and set on coming out here and doing something like this and making your body a living sacrifice, look at death.
You're gonna find a reason.
You're gonna find a reason not to do it. And that's why I tell you in 1 John, it said that there is no fear in love, because perfect love casteth out fear, man. You see, but first you have to have that perfect love for Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It first have to come with a willing mind. That goes with studying or anything that you have to do or think about yourself doing. You have to be willing to do it, man.
Can I make a quick point?
Con, you got it out.
That willing mind gonna come from the fear of the Lord.
Yep.
You ain't gonna, like, if you don't fear the Lord, you ain't gonna have that willing mind. You're gonna make a reason to just like, man, you know, like shit. He gonna the Lord know my heart. That's not fear of the Lord, man.
And that fear really gonna be established once you go through those judgments. That judgment, that hardship, because the Lord chastens his son.
Yeah, and even hearing the word, man, because scripture tell you that it's going to be some that is moved by fear, by terror, man. You see, so that goes into them what, having a willing mind, because I'm not trying to go through that shit, man. So my mind is already that constancy with a hot iron, but on the righteous side, you know, my mind made up, man.
And the definition of willing, it says ready, eager, or prepared to do something, given or done readily.
And what's that prepare? That prepare goes into count the cost.
Yeah.
You prepare yourself because when you count the cost, man, you know.
Sirach too.
Yeah. You know, it's prepared ourselves for temptation, man.
You getting ready, man. That's like how they be doing the double dutch and shit. You gotta wait. Then you jump in, man. This is Romans chapter 14 and verse 5. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, man. You know? So every man must first be fully persuaded, man, because you don't come in.
I don't know how to do it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't know how to do it.
I don't wanna
fuck it up.
Let's slide it down. Yeah, put the brightness down. It's gonna stop the battery from dying.
Brothers, man, it said what? Let every man be fully persuaded. You know, because you have to worry about your salvation, man. You know, you have to be that persuaded, man. You know, that you're gonna take the step and do what you have to do and walk that straight and narrow path towards Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. God tells you that in the second chapter. Only one man can enter, you know, one at a time, man. You know, that path gonna be so narrow, man, which ultimately means that what? You're gonna have to walk on eggshells, man. You're gonna have to be circumspect, you know, with everything that's going around, man. Because what Satan desires to sift you up out of this walk, man. You know, he desires to see you break laws, man. You know, even when you fall short of the glory on something small, you know, he desires, man. He's constantly going to run to before the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Hey, man, you seen your servant? Is this and that going off? I seen him. Look what he did. They reenact that shit perfect. You know, this what he did, Lord. He did this, Lord. You know, but what, man? That goes to show you ultimately that what we have mercy, man. You know?
Like I always like to go into that word sin. You know, like Brother touched on, it goes back to the word siniazo, and it means by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow. You know, so that's basically trying to get you to push you over the edge, man. You know.
Yeah. This is First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It said, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." And that goes into what the brother said, you know, because you know he's not worried. He's not worried about, you know, the guy that's trying, you know, that's smoking big blunts, you know. Right? They judgment gonna come with, you know what I'm saying, with these devils, man. All right, because it goes into what, man? Don't get sifted out, man. You know, because what? We in the time of the Passover, bro. Before the Passover, during the Passover, and after the Passover, man. Brothers get bugged out, man. All right.
He said he desired to sift you, man. Why ain't Satan bugging these motherfuckers out in the world, man?
But look, Job.
They have no use.
Job. It said that Job was a heart after the Lord, man. So that's why he gonna charge after the men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. He went to the Lord, and the Lord said, "Shit, you tried Job." That showed that the Lord actually throw us in that water, man.
You gotta be thrown in that water,
Yep.
man. You got to.
That's like when I was younger, my uncle one time, for me to learn how to swim, he threw me in the water. He said, "If you don't want to die, you don't want to drown, you gonna fucking swim. So he took me and picked me up. And he threw me, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the pool, and I had to learn how to swim. I mean, he wasn't finna just let me die. He wasn't finna just let me drown. He jump in and come get me if he see I'm not doing nothing. The same way with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The scriptures tell you and what that is. Isaiah 43, if somebody wanted to get it, it say that the Lord, it say that what? He won't let you drown. He won't let it overtake you. He won't let the fire burn over you, man.
And it goes into what? It's no temptation uncommon to man.
Yep.
Because the Lord know your measurements of what he can put you through.
Yep.
So if you actually going through some shit, the Lord know that you can handle it.
Yep.
Like suck that shit up, man.
Yep.
I got you, son. I never seen
Righteous
a
forsaken.
righteous seed
Yep.
forsaken or begging for bread. All
Yep.
that Joshua 1:9, man. All right, because he's with you wherever thou goest.
Yeah.
And it's
Salakia, I was gonna say shit. The Lord say, gird up, feet on it to Job.
Yeah, gird your loins.
Gird up your loins like a man. You gotta be a man in this thing.
And you know what? In doing JT, man, that's these scriptures like that. That's gonna be part of that wisdom and knowledge, man. That's gonna be part of like being built up with your most holy faith. Well, the Lord said this.
Yeah.
And you gonna give His word back to him, and He gotta come through, man. If you know you ain't living no double lives or going, or doing some off shit, man. And in the times of Jacob's trouble, man, hey, brother, the Lord gonna be your comforter, man.
Yeah, we practice it now.
Right.
See, and that's like the brother going. That also ties back to what the brother was saying. How you went into just now, that the Lord knows your measure. It's like we said, a sport. It's your sport. You have a coach. The Lord is our coach. He know his players. He know who he got out on the field. He know what you're able to do. He knows your abilities. He know how much you can take. You know what I'm saying? So with that, he know what to trigger you in your mind, how deep down to push you to make you actually tap into that power source that you have. So that's when it goes into that having that power, man. Where it say that when they will not believe that ye are full of power, then the Lord is going to show himself, man.
And just gonna back you up. This is Psalms 139. I'm gonna start with the song that says, "Oh Yahweh, thou hast searched me and known me." It says, "Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thought
What
afar
15
off."
say?
You know, I mean, Sirach 23:19, it says that the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Consider the most secret parts, man.
Second
But he said, what? My thoughts are far off. So before they even be really put into your mind, the Lord already know it, man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You know how crazy it is? And when I was in the world, when I was young, I used to actually try and do that shit. Like, because I heard, they told me, they was like, my people told me, they're like, the Most High, he know your thoughts before you think them. And I be in that bitch trying to think some shit. Like, shit, he ain't think about this one. The whole time, he got me doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
The next scripture gonna hit on that. Verse 3, it says, "Thou compassing my path and my line down, and art acquainted with all my ways," man. So hopefully the Lord do. And when you get acquainted with something, man, you know, you get real comfortable with it, man. You know?
I gotta give him.
No, it was just going back to the point about the brother, because like he was saying, like he was touching on the measures of your faith.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lord say some got 5 talents, 4 talents, 3 talents, 2 talents, and so on and so forth, man. Because the Lord know what you can handle, man.
Yeah. It's all about what you do with what you got, man, not what you got. It's all about what you do. It's like you give me 50 motherfucking cents. If I can't turn this 50 cents to $1 and I just go blow my motherfucking bread, hey bro, then I'm gonna be broke. I ain't got nothing. It's not about what you got, it's about what you do with it, man.
Like that's why the scripture tell you consider the act, man. They get
Yeah.
for that God.
That's right.
Yeah, because we're natural setting us to be investors. We are natural investors, man. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When you invest in something, it's what you're putting into. Are we not invested in Yahweh Shem Yahushua with everything that we have, every dime? Now watch how that shit flip.
Because what's coming, man? That great harvest. I mean,
Yep.
you're not the harvest of great famine.
Yeah.
That great family's coming. Look at what Joseph, man. When they had that great famine throughout Egypt. Man.
Yeah.
You made a good chill out.
Who did Yahweh Shem Yahushua use, man?
Mm-hmm.
One of his servants, man. The Lord's gonna do the same thing here, man. That's why I tell you that when my servant shall eat, he shall be hungry. And that's what us investing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is already, predestined, man. Preordained that what a small remnant was gonna be able to do that and actually put their trust back into Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And what's our biggest investment? Our biggest investment is our body.
Yeah.
Because the Lord said, make your body as a living sacrifice, man. All right?
It was nothing else that you could put on the line. It was nothing else.
on the way,
Yep.
man. You know, and when Yahweh Shah became that for
Yeah.
us, man. I got a quick one, just to back up that point, you know, because it fall right in with it. This is Colossians chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It's a little lengthy, but it says, "For it pleased the Father that in him should all fullness dwell," speaking of Yahweh Shai, "and having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself. By him, I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven. And you," speaking unto Israel, it says, "And you that were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now have he reconciled," man. You see? So Yahweh Shai has brought us back into that fold, man. All right?
It don't tell me, y'all.
Huh?
Salakia. It turned down, Salakia. I'm on the camera, Salakia. I got you.
It says, "And you that were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now have he reconciled in the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unprovable in his sight, if he continue in the faith grounded and settled," man. You see? So we must be settled and ultimately what deeply rooted into this truth, man. All right? We're not subject to let the cares of this world, man. You know, what choke that seed, man.
Yeah.
All right? That was sown. All right? It says, "And be not moved away from the hope of the gospel," all right, of this good news.
Yeah.
All right, because we put our hope in what? Yahweh Shai. All right.
Corinthians.
Well, when he come and crack those clouds, man, we're gonna be found unblameable, man.
Yeah.
You know, and unreprovable. It says, "And be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, which ye have heard."
Oh, the brother said the water.
"Which ye have heard, and was preached to every creature under the heaven, whereof I Paul made a minister."
Yeah.
See? So that's really, more of the story, man. All right, without Yahweh Shai, because ultimately what the men of the Lord, man, that's on the highways, man, are examples of what? Yahweh Shai, all right, him dying for the elect, you know?
Right, man.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing about it, man, when you count the cost, man, the biggest cost is being put to death, man, for this thing, man.
You gotta think about that. What's the most fearful thing on earth, man? Death, man. It tell you in the Apocrypha, man. Sirach 40, if somebody wanted to get it, tell you that it say that a man lose sleep when he thinking about death, man. It change everything about you, man. But when you go through it, you see that it's nothing, man.
When you look at like I know a lot of movies, man, when they used to do the injection, put them in the what kind of chair it was?
What?
The
Electric chair.
Hey, you see how they be sweating and they be panicking? You know, all the say no. You know, they're like,
Yeah, and you got to think about it. When you watch these interrogation movies and people that's, they going through the motions when they're getting taken and finna be put to death. These men were already either trained, like you watch a movie with a badass dude, he coming through that hole killing everybody. They catch him, he get out that hole. This man was training himself up for that shit the whole time. So what are we doing? What are we doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai? We're storing our mind up. Prepare. What the Lord told you in 1 Peter, 2 Peter, he said, gird up the loins of your mind, man. He tell you in Isaiah 50 to set thy face like a flint, man. You gotta be prepared and ready for this shit that's to come, man.
look at what the mindset of Apostle Paul, man. You know, when they was going through him and the brothers, he was like, shit, boy, let's grow up today.
Yeah.
Shit, tomorrow we die.
Shit, Apostle.
What's about to face us, man?
Shit, he told him, like he say, in so many words, Apostle Paul basically said, don't be about that shit now, but when it come the time to die, you bitching up. Go all the way through with this shit, man.
Well, in the Revelations, when he said, "For I've seen those that will be
Beheaded, kind.
All right, so you got men that's gonna be beheaded, meaning they in their mind they counted their cost, like they went through with it. You know, their mind was ready to be put to death, man.
And that was also, like the brother said, the whole time when you was going into that measure of faith, that whole time, that was that man portion to have that faith to go through that, man. Not every brother is going to go through being beheaded because the scripture tell you not every man shall taste death, man.
Look at Antipas, man. Antipas, he was putting a brazen bull. You know, that smoke, man, that shit was metal.
Shit, what his name?
His skin up,
Eleazar? He was fucking tortured, man.
Yep.
Man, they say he took it manfully.
Bro, they fried one of the brothers.
Yeah.
They peeled one of the brothers' scalp.
Yeah.
They dismembered some of them.
Yeah.
Dismembered the brothers, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would show that with that hardship, man. And you really gotta know, and like the brother said, man, count that cost when you come into this thing, man. This is nothing to play with.
Yeah.
You know, we really put our lives on that altar, man.
Yeah.
You know,
So you can be put to death for the witness of.
at any moment, man.
Yeah.
You know, they could come rolling. They got all our videos, man. They watch
Yeah.
every last video you brothers have ever put up.
Right.
Ain't no denying. It ain't no denying. It's you.
And Esau know they got your URL, man.
Yeah.
They know your IP. So like they got your
IP,
man.
yeah, address, IP
Meaning
address.
that they know what you indulge yourself in. If you a weirdo watching porn all day, you know what I'm saying? But call yourself a prophet, man, they gonna know.
And
You
they
know what
going and that's what they gonna do. They gonna discredit a lot of motherfuckers, bro. When the Lord say it's gonna be a lot of, he's gonna draw these motherfuckers out from among us, bro. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that fall away, but it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that Esau discredit, and they're gonna be putting up these videos and making these motherfuckers look bad and expose them for what they really is, man. Which ultimately is the Lord, you know. But that's the shit that Edom gonna be on, man.
Yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 40 and verse 5. I'm gonna start at verse 5.
What one say, Ak?
Oh, that's great travail.
Great travail?
Upon every son of Adam.
Yeah, you can read that. I mean, it don't matter. It's up to you, Ak. So,
It's this is Sirach 41. It says, "Great travail is created for every man, and the heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam."
travail, so basically telling you that it's hardship and problems that every man gonna go through, man. You got it, Ak.
It says, "And upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things," man. And what's that? All right, when you go to Galatians 4:26, man, that's speaking of Israel.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back to our place, man, our land that was promised unto us. You see? So that goes to show you what we gonna constantly catch hell, man, until we get up out of here.
Yeah, and shit, you can even use so the scriptures tell you that what your mother and your father spiritually, we know who our mother and our fathers are, man.
Yeah.
Because we were what? Are we not reborn?
Right.
So when we came out of the womb, who was there? Our spiritual parents, man. That's why the Lord tell you, forget not the sorrows of your mother, man. Forget not the hard labor that these men put in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? For us, man. Now it told you what, for every male that opened up the matrix,
Yeah.
sanctify him to me. So you gotta
You
think
got
about
your
it.
walking on.
This man gonna be going through shit, man. You ever thought about it? How when you first come into the truth, a lot of shit changed. Then you start going through all kind of fucking hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's letting be known that, bro, you're gonna go through it, bro.
Because we was what, a part of that fairy tale shit, man.
Yep.
This how you supposed to live. You grow up, you go to college, you go get a job. You work that part-time job until you fall within your career. You set your 401k. You get married. You know, everybody go to you in, throw rice and shit, throw the bouquets.
Yeah.
You have kids then. It's total bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know, when you come into the truth, you understand, man, at the age of what, 12, 13,
Yeah.
man? You know, you got to get it out the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Continue on. I'm gonna
Yeah, I know.
verse 2. It says, their imagination of things to come and the day of death. And the day of death trouble their thoughts.
Shalom. I'll give us some shabbat.
Well, you got it.
You got it, Ak. What it said, Aksalak, you read again?
It says, their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts.
Yeah, so the imaginations. You got the men of the Lord that's out on the highways prophesying. You don't think these motherfuckers walk by and hear that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You thinking about, you got Jake, you know, brothers, you know, we all think about what's to come. You know, but which we also know that what? The Lord didn't give us what? The spirit of fear, man.
That's why I
You
say
see?
those imaginations. when
Those
you go
imaginations,
with the
yeah.
heathens, those imaginations that the heathens think it's
Mhm.
not going to go through with it.
Yep.
You know?
Because it tell you that what? The expectation of the wicked is going to perish, man.
It says, trouble their thoughts and cause fear for it.
Yeah, fear of heart. You scared now. You timid. You think about, I don't care what nobody say, man. When you think about certain ways to be killed,
Yeah,
that shit bother you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
why? You know why?
People in this
Because
fucking
you're in
flesh.
the You know, the flesh ultimately is going to allow you, man. That's why.
And look, Yahweh Shah, perfect example, like you said earlier. The Lord asked if it was another cup that he could drink of. That was that fear in his mind of, oh shit, I'm about to have to go through this shit.
Because he was in the flesh.
He was in the flesh, and that's why Yahweh Shah went back and told them the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. So pray that you fall not into temptation. The Lord wasn't saying pray that you don't go through the shit, but pray that it don't overtake you, man. You got it.
That's why y'all was trying to be made what, like unto his brother.
Yep. That
To show us
example.
that way we can get through this shit, man.
And then he conquered them like, oh, death, where's thy sting?
Yep.
That's like on King Arthur when he fight that big ass demon at the end.
Yeah.
That's ultimately gonna be our last test, man.
Yep.
You know, it says, from him that sitteth on the throne of glory unto him that is humble in the earth and ashes, from him that wear purple and a crown
Linen frock.
unto him that is clothed with linen frock. It says wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his
Sleep is
night
changed.
sleep do change his knowledge, man.
See?
So
You
he's
got it.
constantly going through that mental battle,
Yeah.
mental battle, man.
Yep.
You know, and you have a lot of that in scripture.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what this is a spiritual battle, man.
Spiritual battle.
You know, so you're constantly going to be fighting demons within your mind.
Yeah.
All right, and shit always gonna be fucking with you, man. Or what? Overthrow you, man.
Because it told you in the beginning that the travail is among us, man.
Yeah.
You got it. It's a legit, at the end, they're going to say that, you keep going up.
It says, verse 6, it says, a little or nothing
It's
is
his
his
sleep.
rest.
You see, a little or
Little or
nothing.
nothing, man.
He not resting, man. We don't have rest.
Right.
Brothers be drained like a motherfucker, man. Living on this side, man.
You constantly got to get up this hour, go to work this hour, they slave you.
Yeah,
Then you got to exit your whole YC, man. And you never get no fucking sleep in this place, man.
Yep.
I mean, hey, bro, just when
And when you think about it, and not saying we don't go to sleep, it's just saying sleep as in we don't get peace. There's no peace here, man. There's no peace of mind, man.
hey, Jake run off 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I got one. This Wisdom of Solomon 9:14. It says, "For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain." Man.
And ooh. Now you gotta go ahead.